Namaste friends, I hope you are doing fine. Is it possible to open a 5 GB file in Excel and manipulate the data it contains? I have two zip files over here. The size of one of them is 837 MB and the second one is of 2.23 GB. So there is a CSV file inside the first. Let's extract this. I'll just copy it, come outside and paste the CSV file. The file is extracted now, and let's check the size of it. This is 5.64 GB. Let's extract the second file. It should be extracted to this folder. I'll click on extract. The file is extracted now, and if I right click on it and check the properties, it's 9.50 GB. Let's try opening this in Excel. The default program set on my computer to open CSV files is Microsoft Excel. I'll double click on this. Let's see what Excel has to say about it. It took a lot of time to copy the data from the zip file to this folder. It also took a lot of time to extract the file into this folder, and approximately the same amount of time will be taken to open this file in Excel if Excel is capable of opening it. As we can see, Excel is unable to open this, and the message it says is the data set is too large for the Excel grid. If you save this workbook, you will lose data that wasn't loaded. It has managed to open some of the data, but beyond a certain point, the data will not show up because the maximum limit of Excel rows is 1048576. So how do we open this particular data for analysis? I am Subhojit and I welcome you to today's YouTube tutorial where I'll be sharing a game-changing technique that will empower you to effortlessly open and effectively manipulate massive datasets in Excel. Get ready to unlock the full potential of your data analysis as we dive into the secrets of handling large files like a pro. Throughout this tutorial, I'll provide clear and concise explanations along with relevant examples to ensure that you fully understand the concepts. I encourage you to follow along and try it yourself as hands-on experience is the key to mastery. Before we start, I'll paste the Excel report template which has the calendar file inside it. If you are unaware of the calendar table or the calendar file that we use in our data models, I have a video specially created for you, and you'll be able to find it in my playlist on the channel. I'll also leave a link in the description below for you to refer to it. In this Excel file, I'll click on Data, Queries and Connections, and we will find the calendar table query within it after it loads the .NET framework. So this is the query which has the calendar table. I'll click on Enable Content. The version of Excel that I'm using is Microsoft Office 365. If I click on About Excel, I'll be able to see the exact version of it. Version 2306, build 16.0.16529.20100, and it's 64-bit. I'll come back over here, click on Data from Text CSV, because it was a CSV file that we extracted. And I'll select the 5 GB file first. Click on Import. And click on Transform Data. So Power Query has imported the data from the CSV file and loaded into the Power Query editor. And that was pretty quick. I might not require all the columns that are present in this particular file. So I'll have to first decide the number of columns that I require. After I have decided that, I'll click on Home, click on Choose Columns, and choose Columns from the drop down. I'll unselect all, click on Activity Year, LEI, State Code, not County Code, and Loan Type, Loan Purpose, Loan Amount. I'll click on OK. Out of a lot of columns, I just require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. And let's see if I can load it. I'll load it into a connection and not a table because the number of records is too high. I'll click on Save and close the file. This is just 411 KB with so much of information within Power Query. I'll open this again. Click on Data, Queries and Connections. Right click on the query, click on Edit. So what I'll do now is I will group this particular data set so that the number of rows are decreased. In the group by window, I'll click on Advanced and add some more groupings. So first will be activity year, LEI, state code, loan type, loan purpose, and the aggregations that I require are the count of rows. So something like number of records, count rows, add aggregation, total loan amount, and here it will be sum of loan amount, add aggregation, average loan amount. Average and loan amount. Now it's okay to group. I'll click on OK. So the data is now grouped by year, LEI, state code, loan type, and loan purpose. So the number of records for each group is listed here. Total loan amount is given here, and the average loan amount is given here. Let's try to close and load. So it's still a connection, but I want it to be put onto an Excel sheet. I'll right click on this query, click on load to, and choose table in a new worksheet. Click on OK. And over here now it will be loaded onto this sheet. The group data is now on the screen, and the number of rows that are loaded is well within the limit of Excel. Let's try to now pull in the data in the 9 GB file. I'll click on data from text CSV. Now I'll select the one with 9.5 GB size. Click on import. I'll click on transform data. The preview is shown very fast, similar to the 5 GB file. Let's choose the same columns over here. click on OK. And then I'll group this particular data set. Again, I'll add the groupings. I'll click on OK. Now I can wait for this review to come up, or I can click on close and load to, so that I don't have to see what the preview is. I'll select table, new worksheet, and click on OK. It will create one more worksheet and start loading the data into it. New file is also loaded now after grouping, and this too has 196821 rows, which is well below the capacity of Excel. I'll save and close the Excel file. If you look at the size of the Excel file, it's just 22 MB, which is much less than 9.5 GB and 5.64 GB. And it is grouped based on the requirements. Before we proceed, you can help me boost my confidence. Please like the video if you like the video. You can subscribe to the channel to get notified on new content. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Share the video with your friends and colleagues. The tables I created can be utilized to supply data for other reports. And there is also an option to upload the data into a database, enabling the creation of reports from there. By reducing the dataset size, the refresh time will be significantly reduced as well. It is now evident that Excel, with the assistance of Power Query, is capable of effectively managing large datasets. However, it is important to keep the following points in mind. Beforehand, it is crucial to discuss the required level of detail or granularity in the report. To align with the desired outcome, it is advisable to eliminate unnecessary columns and rows in the dataset. While filtering can help reduce the number of rows, it may not be suitable if it affects the desired level of granularity. Please note that grouping operations in Power Query may take some time to complete, so patience is required. The loading process depicted in the video has been fast forwarded for the sake of time saving. I hope this video added another tool to your data analysis toolkit. We will meet again in another exciting video very soon. Stay tuned, bye bye, and take care.